Bring back 90-minute movies. I
I'm
need
with you.
I have other stuff to do. I gotta just make it concise, make it entertaining. 90 minutes, I'm in, I'm out, done.
There's a lot of garbage ass directors, garbage ass writers who just they just can't get they just can't accomplish what they set out to do in an hour and a half when you're getting your tiger penis pill.
You know what it is? It's I like to
From
refer to these
experience?
kind of movies.
What happened,
I like
Gab?
I like
You're speaking from experience.
I was just gonna
Okay.
say.
Well, last thing I do want to say on that movie, what was up with Mark Wahlberg's haircut in that thing?
Oh, oh my god.
What
I
was
think
what
yo,
was the reasoning behind that, man? That
Is there?
I
Was
don't know.
there a
I
reason
just
behind
think
it?
there was no reason. I think Mel Gibson just said, "Hey, I think you should have a a bowl cut for this movie," and he just said, "Yeah, I'll do that. All right." I don't know why that sounded like an Australian accent for some
it
reason.
did.
Trying to- sorry, Mark Wahlberg fans.
Hey guys, welcome to the Cinema Subway. It's your boy Los with Akash and Gab. Sorry for our small disappearance. We got caught up with the holidays, and we're finally back on track to producing more content for you guys. Today's topic, kind of a last minute came to me right before we went on the video. We were talking about all the movies coming out in the next few months up to the whole year, and it dawned on me. You know, Akash had said he was compiling his list of movies to watch this year. I'm still trying to get through movies from 2024, and I feel like there's just way too much coming out. It's just too much. If it's between what's theatrical releases, whatever's coming out on the dozens of streaming sites that are that are creating content for them, or you have the YouTube or the shorts, or just it's just a constant flow of media, right?
Yeah,
And it's so hard to keep up with it. And now back in the day, it used to be where a movie came out in the theater and it didn't come out on DVD for like 6 months, right? You'd have that time to catch up and watch other things. Now
yeah, yeah,
I heard Nosferatu's already out on DVD and it's only been a month. Like
yeah. That's right.
why are they jamming so much content down our throat? I can't keep up with it. I feel like there's days where I'm just burnt out where I don't even want to watch anything. I don't know if you guys feel the same. I know me and Gabby even talked about how there's a tendency for movies to be 2 hours plus, some of them two and a half. And I don't know if my attention can hold for that long nowadays. Give me Gabby, what was your saying? Bring back the hour and a half movies?
But bring back 90-minute movies.
I'm with you.
I have other stuff to do. I gotta just make it concise, make it entertaining. 90 minutes, I'm in, I'm out, done.
Facts.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I need.
I don't know if I can agree with that. I feel like there's some movies that just warrants a more longer runtime. Like, um, just imagine Avengers Endgame crammed into like an hour and a half movie. Like, it wouldn't work. Half the movie would be cut off halfway, and we'd be like, "Oh, great! I guess another sequel's coming out." Um, yeah, I do agree. There's some movies that definitely warrant a 90-minute runtime, but then there's others that definitely needs a little length to it. You know?
So I agree. That's a lot of movies need that extra time. But
Mm,
my argument for the 90-minute movie is that it's quick, it's easy, it's fun. If it's gonna be more
yeah,
than that, 2.5 hours, great. If
yeah, yeah,
you have a vision, you have like
yeah,
cinematography, everything set up. I make it feel like 90 minutes. Make me so
yeah,
entertained in that 2.5 hours that it
yeah,
doesn't feel like 2.5 hours. Nothing's dragging. There's no like 5-minute scenes of the scenery where I'm just like checking my watch. What time is it? Why why is the scene of the trees 5 minutes long? I understand there's some symbolism. It's about the cinematography. It's about the shot. But I have other things to do. So just wrap it up.
Yeah,
But
I
yes,
agree.
if you're gonna
Yeah,
make it entertaining, I don't want to be there. There's movies that make me feel that it doesn't feel like 3 hours. That's great. Those movies I love, like Endgame. The one that came to mind was King Kong for me, the one that Peter Jackson did. It was 3 hours, and it did not feel like 3 hours. It was so entertaining. I sat there. I was like, oh my god, 3 hours went by. Those movies are great,
yeah,
but
yeah,
for normal movies, bring back the 90-minute movie. My brain
Yeah,
can't do it anymore.
yeah, that's definitely a testament to the team, right? A good director, a good writer that have a good vision. They can make a 3-hour movie seem like an hour and a half. But
yeah,
there's a lot of garbage ass directors, garbage ass writers who just they just can't get they just can't accomplish what they set out to do in an hour and a half. It felt like back in the day, mostly there was a few over 2-hour movies, but most of them were hour and a half, maybe hour 45, and they were able to tell you the beginning, middle, and end perfectly,
yeah.
and you left very satisfied. I watched this movie yesterday called The Damned, and beautiful movie, cinematography and the score was amazing, and I'm following in it, and then the end just shits the bed, and I'm like, and this movie was an hour and a half. And now I felt like this movie needed like another 15, 20 minutes because
Mm,
the end m- although the end kind of made sense,
Yeah,
there was no build up in the movie to correlate with what happened at the end,
mm,
yeah,
Like
yeah.
they expected the audience to kind of fill in the dots in between.
Is
Um
that the one in Iceland or something?
yeah, they're like
Yeah,
yeah, it's like in Iceland or they're in like an Arctic circle and
yeah.
like I said, again, well done movie, but it's like you get to the finish line and then you trip and you don't get past the tape.
You
that's the
know,
worst.
following up on that subject, I watched Flight Risk yesterday with Mark Wahlberg, Topher Grace, and Michelle Dockery, and it was directed by Mel Gibson.
What was
And
that?
it felt like a very odd movie for Mel Gibson to direct, considering that he's directed movies like Braveheart, Apocalypto, and Passion of the Christ, which are these very grand, epic story movies. And this movie just felt like it was 90 minutes or roughly around there. And it told whatever it needed to tell in that time span. So in that regards, it did its job very well. But it also felt like a very basic ass movie from Mel Gibson. I was like, wait, there's no way Mel Gibson could have directed this thing. This felt so bland. It felt like it could have been directed by one of those like straight to DVD type directors, you
Uh,
know? But I mean, that's not to say the movie was bad or anything. It was cheesy, it was fun. It's not great, but it did its job perfectly in that short time span that it had. So yeah, those kind of movies, you don't need anything much more from them. You go in, it's a quick ride, and you get out.
So he didn't write it too. He just directed it.
I'm not sure about
That's
if he
interesting.
wrote it or not,
At
but I
least
do
he
know
wrote
that
it.
he directed it.
Yeah, he
But
just directed it.
it just felt so not Mel Gibson. And,
Mm,
because you've come to expect a lot with such like grand movies like Apocalypto and Braveheart and
yeah.
Passion of the Christ, and this one just felt so ordinary. Like I'm gonna walk into Walmart one day and find this in the $4 bin. You know, that's the type of
oh
movie it
man,
feels like.
the kind of movie you find on the gas station rack, right?
Yeah, yeah,
When you
exactly, exactly.
when you're getting your tiger penis pill.
You know what it is? It's I like to
From
refer to these
experience?
kind of movies.
What happened, Gab?
I like.
You're speaking from experience.
I was just gonna
Okay.
say. You know what?
Uh,
It's these kind of movies I like to call background noise movies. You put them on, and like there's an event or something going on, and you're just like chilling or having talking with friends while this movie plays in the background. It's one of those.
all right,
Mhm.
let me just say this to the audience. Fun fact, something you probably didn't know about all of us is that we do have an aviation background. We are, I don't know if you want to call it aviation geeks or just
Yeah.
enthusiasts, but we do have familiarity and knowledge about airlines. So,
Yeah.
Akash, we were kind of joking about this like last week. The plane that they use in flight risk, it's a Cessna. Is that
Um,
what is it? Did you
it
catch
it's
that?
like one of those Cessna type planes. It's a
Did
very
it
small
change?
prop of
Did it change
you
from
know
a
what?
prop
I will
airplane
give
to a
it that.
commercial?
No, I was waiting for it, and it never happened. To
Okay,
some degree, there was a bit of consistency with with the interior and exterior shots of the plane,
okay,
or at least I didn't catch the plane changing.
right.
And there was like one scene where I kind of rolled my eyes a little bit and was like, okay, that probably would never happen. But to my surprise, there was a lot of things in there that really didn't bother me as much.
Okay.
I
Um,
know we were talking about movies like Carry On
right.
the week
Yeah, yeah.
before, and we watched that ridiculous clip from that 222 movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, to my surprise, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be as far as like the aviation stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure our audience doesn't know, but yeah, if you watch a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah,
movies, yeah, if you watch a lot of movies that have airplanes in them,
yeah,
they tend to, blur the line between what's, truth and, they do use different interior shots of different planes that
yeah,
wouldn't be. So we kind of nitpick those movies a little
yeah.
bit more. But I don't want to spoil Flight Risk, but how long was that plane in the sky for in the air? Like, was it flying for like 16 hours or something? It felt like they were going day and night. Like,
No, I think the course of this movie takes at least over. I want to say maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours, maybe.
oh, okay, so that okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
okay, because in that trailer it made it seem like they were in that plane for like hours.
No, no. The everything happens in a very like short amount of time. So there's it didn't exceed that by any means.
Well, last thing I do want to say on that movie, what was up with Mark Wahlberg's haircut in that thing?
Oh, oh my God.
What
I
was
think,
what was the reasoning behind that, man? That
Is there?
I
Was
don't know.
there a
I
reason
just
behind
think
it?
there was no reason. I think Mel Gibson just said, "Hey, I think you should have a a bowl cut for this movie," and he just said, "Yeah, I'll do that. All right." I don't know why that sounded like an Australian accent for some
it
reason.
did.
Trying to, I sorry, Mark Wahlberg fans, but there was absolutely no reasoning behind it other than to make this guy look creepy as fuck.
Was there
Yeah.
like a weird reveal though? Like he like took his hat off and everyone was like, no, not even
No, it
that.
wasn't really a weird reveal. It just kind of like
What?
happens. They kind of get into a little scuffle and it just kind of happens. And I remember like some of the people in my audience was kind of laughing because it's Mark Wahlberg in a fucking bowl cut. It was
Yeah, like he had a crazy receding hairline, right? Like he was just like Mr. Burns.
yeah,
You know, and I'm sure, we could probably name a dozen
yeah,
different like famous haircuts that we've come across in movies, right? That are just
yeah, yeah.
iconic haircuts. I don't know if this is gonna be one of those iconic haircuts because I was laughing really hard when I saw the trailer when I saw this guy like that. I was like, whoa, this is not cool, man. What was the
Yeah,
thinking behind it,
no,
man?
I think it was just to kind of play up the creep factor on and weird factor of this guy because he was a very creepy individual in the movie.
Right,
Made a lot of creepy, weird remarks, right?
right.
Um, so I think that was just to kind of play up that even more, kind of give him like an unsettling sort of look. To be honest though, I didn't think he was too bad in the movie. I thought for what he was going for as this kind of like low budget type of cheesy villain, I thought he was good. It worked for me. I was like, all right, you know what? He's having fun in this movie. I liked it.
All right, I'm gonna wait for that to come out on streaming for me
Yeah,
to
yeah.
And it's like,
That's for me. That's definitely. I'd give that a local rating. It's
logo.
it's something
Okay.
you. Yeah, it's something you can wait for. You don't need to be in a rush to see it.
Okay, good, good, good. I'll definitely wait
Yeah,
for that one.
yeah, yeah.
So, on topic of movies, we were also discussing this before we went live. anything you guys are looking forward to this year? Like I said, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this year's offerings because there's just so much.
Yeah.
Uh, but anything that you guys are, I already know what I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna keep my list simple, short and simple. I don't know what are you guys looking forward to?
All
Are
right.
we talking about the year or yeah?
I mean, yeah, this year. I mean, I know for one, I know one that we can all agree on is Superman.
Yeah.
That's
Yep. 100%.
and speaking on
Um,
Superman, did you see the backlash that it's getting from the last teaser? Apparently, the guy's eyes were so separated from his head. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I did see
I
that of
saw
him
it, but
flying. I mean, it
Yeah,
made me laugh. I thought it was, like, a little too far out, but I think it
yeah,
was camera angle.
yeah. That's what James Gunn said. He said it was the type of camera lens that they used,
Yeah.
and it was such a close up shot that that's actually just his face, and I guess the lens caused a little bit of a wider frame of his face. But
Mhm.
people are like slam. I don't know why there's so many trolls that hate this movie. I don't know what the big deal is with Superman. I mean,
I mean, it didn't
yeah, go ahead.
no, 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 finish off, finish off.
No, 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 go ahead, go ahead.
It didn't bother me as much. I don't know why. I watched the trailer and I was like, "Okay, I guess." I don't know why people are so up and antsy about it. And it seems like for the most part since the first trailer dropped last month, people have been hating on this movie and a lot of people that hates this movie stems from being like Snyder fanboys and people who loved Henry Cavill in The Man of Steel. Cuz if you go on like YouTube and you see most of the comments they're like saying bring back Henry Cavill or
Right,
just referring to the Snyder movie and I think you haven't given the movie a chance yet, you know?
right,
I get it that people were upset that he got the short end of the stick with that role, and he did a really good job with Man of Steel. I love, but you gotta give another actor a chance, you know? You haven't even seen this movie yet, and you're
yeah,
just bashing it unnecessarily, you know? If the movie comes out in July and it turns out to be dog shit, then so be it, but
yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. There's you know, I think James Gunn, he's going for as far as what we're seeing so far. I'm liking it. It's kind of a throwback to the Christopher Reeves film, which I'm digging a lot. And with James Gunn, has a tendency to make these movies very colorful, very fun, and have a lot of like vibrant characters in there. So I'm looking forward to it. I don't care what people say.
yeah. Same.
Yeah, I think a lot of the hate is, yeah, comparing him to Henry Cavill, and it's
Yeah,
hard when
yeah,
I think a lot of people liked Henry Cavill. He was kind of perfect in the role. It was just the writing that was subpar for that part. So everyone wants him to come back, but he has other things he's doing. He's a dad now. Like just leave him alone. Shouldn't and give someone else a chance. Why does it always have to be the
yeah,
same person?
Yeah, I
yeah,
So
agree.
I think James Gunn is yeah, it's always colorful and it's like the comic book. Like that's what a lot of us want. We want the comic book brought to life, and I think he does a really good job at that. And
yeah,
in the preview, that's what it looks like. Like the preview was basically everyone was tearing apart his booty shorts or like the shorts that he had on. Like who cares? Like just let Superman do his thing. Let's
Yeah,
give James Gunn a
yeah.
chance because he did deliver in the past. Like why hate on him now? I don't know.
Absolutely,
Just
absolutely.
people haters want to hate. That's all it
yeah.
is.
I read an interesting thing about why they chose the booty shorts on
Oh yeah.
Superman, and it's basically because it's funny. James Gunn actually discussed this with Zack Snyder. Zack wanted to do that look for his movie Man of Steel, but ended up just going a different direction.
Yeah,
He couldn't figure out a way to make it work. Now, James Gunn reasoning is that Superman, he's an alien. He is a guy who can destroy this planet at any given second. The dude is the most powerful being on Earth. That's scary to a lot of people, especially
mhm,
kids. So how do you make them kind of like not dangerous looking to kids, and it's wearing those kind of those underoos, which
yeah,
it kind of makes him look like he's safe to kids,
yeah,
right? Because he's a symbol of hope, right? But the guy can like literally can destroy a planet in a day.
yeah, yeah.
So I guess, moving forward. I mean, as a kid growing up watching Superman, I never really took that connection, together. But it makes sense, it's he's an alien. He's not he looks like us, but he's an alien. He's not from here.
Right, right.
So, just a little interesting thing I read about it, you know. But I think this movie's
Yeah,
gonna get a lot of flack the next few months until it comes out.
Yeah.
yeah. You
But
know
also
what? And it's like Gabby said. It's like Gabby said. He's delivered in the past. I have no reason to doubt that this movie was not going to be good. I think he did really good with all three Guardians film, and even even the Suicide Squad movie that he did, I thought was really good. And his older stuff like Slither, I love Slither. So
Yeah,
you know what? I'm looking forward to seeing what he has to deliver as far as his vision for this
yeah.
character.
Hashtag in James Gunn I trust, because I think he's doing a great thing so far with the DC universe. And
Yeah,
yeah, I'm looking forward to everything he's gonna put his name on.
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So,
Um,
gotta give him a chance before we shit on it
yeah,
because
yeah.
that's all DC needs a new everything. That needs a
yeah,
reboot of
Oh
everything.
yeah,
It's been so
oh yeah.
it's been so bad.
yeah.
So
Anything
I
else you
mean,
got you looking forward to?
um, hmm, I've got such a long list here that I'm looking at it and I'm like, shit. I want to look forward to all these movies, but for me, out of everything on this list, it has to be Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Um, that series is a series that I think has just gotten better and better and better with each and every movie that has came out, and I'm so looking forward to this one. They supposedly it's supposed to be the final movie in the series, but Tom Cruise has went out and said that he intends on doing more. So we'll see. But yeah, that's the one I'm looking forward to the most.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one too.
I think Tom Cruise has a death wish. What stunt is he doing now? What stunt is he doing in that movie?
I think he's doing
Is
everything.
he is he in space? Is he gonna do a jump from a satellite? What's he gonna do?
It it looks like
He
he's
legit
doing a
he has
little bit of
a wish. He's
everything.
like, I need to do it. I need to do all my stunts. I'm gonna jump out of an airplane and land in another airplane and then fight all these people. I do like Mission Impossible. It's gotten a little ridiculous. It's fun to watch, entertaining. It's so
Mhm.
entertaining.
Yeah.
But I think I think he has a death wish. He wants to meet his Scientology gods. I don't know. I'm still gonna watch it, but he's insane. I feel like every time Mission Impossible comes out, they're like, Tom Cruise did this stunt 8 times. And I'm like, so he wants to die. The death wish is there.
Yeah, it definitely is. He's an extreme individual. Yeah,
Something's wrong with him. But again,
Yeah.
I love him as an actor. As an actor, he's great. But I have to separate him from Tom Cruise, the person, who I think is insane. But again, it won't stop me from watching him. So I am excited about Mission Impossible. Truly insane. He's so insane. The last one he did
What about
the
you guys?
bike, right?
Oh yeah, the bike off the cliff in the Austrian Alps.
Crazy.
What about you guys?
I got so I have two. I have The Monkey, which is coming out
Oh yeah. Hmm.
in February. So I'm excited about The Monkey because it's also Stephen King, and I love Stephen King. Some of his movies like don't translate well, but it's Stephen King and Osgood Perkins who did Long Legs. He did some other like
yeah.
horror
Yes. Yes.
movies. I'm excited about that one. And then the other one was Mickey 17. Mickey
Oh yeah.
17 I'm
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
very
That's right.
excited about because it is the Korean director who did Parasite. And then I'm
Bong
also a
Joon
huge
Ho.
fan of right. I'm also a big fan of Robert Pattinson. So I think he is actually a very good actor.
Yeah.
Um, and I like the premise. It's something a little different. I think there's been clone movies before, but like this is a tiny bit different. I'd like to see where where it goes and like Robert Pattinson in general. It looks cool.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Did he also do? Is he the director that did Snowpiercer as well?
He did, yeah, that was him.
I love Snowpiercer. I
Yeah,
think
so
that's
he's
an
a really
awesome
good
film.
director, yeah.
He
He's
is.
Yeah,
very
it's,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a great movie.
Bong Joon-ho.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to that one.
yeah,
He also
I'm
did
Uh,
The Host. The Host is a great movie. Have you seen The
oh, I
Host?
love the host. Yeah, yeah.
Host is
Yeah.
great. Yeah,
That's that's the one with that weird fish monster, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
he has really good movies.
No,
So yeah, I'm
he's
very
good.
excited.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking forward to 28 years later.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Yes, yes.
it's either gonna be really good or really bad. I don't know. But I'm just glad they're adding another installment to that franchise.
Yeah.
And I have high hopes for Fantastic Four.
Mhm.
I feel like
Oh, yeah.
if they don't take that opportunity to use that movie to restart that whole Marvel universe in the right direction, if they don't take that chance with it, I don't know if I'm gonna be even interested in watching anything coming out of Disney and Marvel in the future, you know? Aside from maybe like a series like Daredevil Born Again, which it's like high on my list of things I want to
Yeah.
watch, you know? So those two are the only ones I'm kind of like I'll definitely go to the movie theater to see them. Everything else I'll just wait maybe for streaming or you know.
Yeah, I am looking forward to, Fantastic Four as well. I do like the cast as well in that one as well.
Yeah,
So,
me too, but honestly, I'm getting a little tired of Pedro Pascal too. Like I like him, but I feel like he's just everywhere. Like kind of like Glenn Powell, like you know, like stop shoving him down our throat so much. You know, I know he's like
Yeah.
the
hey, yo.
he's you know he's like the it guy. I know, but I'm yeah pause. But yeah, I'm low key. You know, like he's in everything. He's in everything blockbuster. You know, and
Yeah, he is, but there's some movies that I feel like he really does elevate for me. I recently saw Gladiator 2, and I thought he was by far the best part of that movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I was just gonna bring that up. Gladiator 2. I kind of agree with you that he's been put into too many things, but if he's put into too many things, he acts different in all of them. I don't think he's the same character all the time. And in Gladiator, he did really well. He did elevate that movie a lot, actually, to the point where I'm
mm,
like, I wanted more of him.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I do see him a lot and everything, but I feel like he's a good enough actor to play things differently, that he's not the
yeah,
same actor all the time.
mm,
Whereas like Ryan Reynolds is the same person in every movie. Like Denzel Washington is the same guy in every movie. Yes, they're great actors, but I know what I'm getting when I go to their movies. It's the same shit.
yeah. Same thing with The
Speaking
Rock.
Yeah,
yeah,
you know
oh my
exactly
god,
what
don't
you're
even
getting.
oh my god.
For Jason
Fuck The
Statham.
Rock.
Yeah, I don't like The Rock anymore.
But it's the
I'm a
same shit. It's over and
beekeeper.
over. But yeah,
Oh, Gabby,
Fantastic Four was I'm excited for. Yeah.
yeah, Gabby, so you brought up Denzel, right? What did you think about him in Gladiator?
I didn't know he had such a big role, first of all.
Yeah,
He's like the main bad guy. I had no idea.
yeah,
And then so I was actually telling Carlos this last night. I my whole thing before I watched it, I was telling Akash too that I'm like, his accent, everyone has a British accent except for Denzel. Denzel kind of
yeah,
just like walked in there and did his Brooklyn accent. I think he did try. There were some words where he had somewhat of an English accent. He was trying,
yeah,
but it was like it would go in between all the time where like one scene would be him trying,
yeah,
and another scene would be like, I don't care, I'm just gonna do it however. So that was a little annoying where it wasn't consistent. Still acted the scenes, but it was kind of just Denzel being Denzel. It was
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
And then he was the main bad. I had no idea he was the main bad guy. It was so much Denzel time that I was like, okay, I guess he's this is a Denzel movie. I had no idea. I thought he was gonna be a supporting actor. So yeah, the
Well, I
movie
think
was
he
not
did
good.
get nominated for supporting actor.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
That was a
For
lot of him though. That was
for
a
for
lot of
Gla-
Denzel.
for Gladiator 2, he got nominated for Best Supporting.
Yeah, let me look this up. I still think.
I mean, I still haven't watched the movie, but I just feel
Yeah,
like you know I feel like there's I don't know. I mean, you guys are telling me that is it warranted to get nominated? I mean, I know Denzel's a great actor. I don't know if his acting chops were really on display here in Gladiator 2, but if they weren't, I just feel like, what
I'm
are they thinking with these nominations, you know?
Yeah, I
he
think if
like
anyone should have been
Abby said.
nominated, it would have been Pedro.
Yeah, yeah, I completely agree with that because, like Abby said, he was just being Denzel Washington in this movie. There was really not no like
No
this
difference.
guy just walked off the set of Equalizer and went on to this movie. You know?
And oh boy, it's like Equalizer during Roman times, right?
Yeah.
And also,
Or
it was like he did that. He kept on playing, like he kept on like. I don't know if this annoyed you. He always had like draped, like robes on him.
yeah,
Did you
yeah,
notice that? That he kept like playing
yeah. I
with it
did.
and like moving it around, and like it was like annoying him. Where
I
it was
actually did
annoying
notice
me.
that.
I'm like, you like, can you just put the robe on? What are you doing? That
Uh,
annoyed me. So yeah, maybe he was not comfortable with the wardrobe because he just came from the Equalizer set. He's like, why can't I wear jeans?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. And I'm like, what are we doing here? You know, this is supposed to be a
It's not good.
movie set in Roman times, and this guy is acting like he's like straight out of like fucking Queens or something. Like, dude, what are you doing? Come on.
But I gotta say, again, he did try though. I feel like some of like some of the words. I don't know if it was the British R or a Brooklyn R. Like
Yeah,
there's like no R. I don't know if that makes sense. But I'd have to find a clip and show you
all
him
right,
trying.
I'm gonna
I'll
have
go
to
back
wa-
and
I'm
look.
have to
yeah. I'm still
I'm gonna
trying to.
have to
I don't know.
I'm gonna have
Maybe
to
it was the
watch this
Golden Globes that
movie.
he got nominated for, but point is that there was something he was nominated for Best Actor,
All
and I
right.
was like, oh, really? So it was just
Yeah, that's tough.
like
But
I would have
also,
rather Pedro Pascal if anybody from that movie.
we know that the nominations though were shit this year. We can talk about this for another podcast, but they're hot garbage.
Yeah. Well, I think on that note, since we were kind of getting into Oscar season, which is what we're in now, I think we could save all those talking points for our next episode. Um, a lot of talking points. I'm sure a lot of upsetting, nominations, some surprises, some well deserved, and it'll give us maybe a week's time to catch up and watch a couple of these movies. I'm trying to get through the a very long list of movies that are nominated,
Yep.
and yeah, so we could save that energy for next episode. Talk about the Oscar nominated movies.
Yeah,
uh, you know
Yep. Sounds good
so
to me.
that's awesome. All right, so like as usual,
yeah,
uh please subscribe to our YouTube page, please. I'm begging. Follow us, put notifications when we post things. Please comment if there's anything you guys are looking forward to this year. Put it in the comments. We could talk about it. Same thing with our IG. It's at the Cinema Subway. Follow us there. We also put content there, and we put our movie reviews. We're trying to put some movie news also as well. I'm not sure where we're at in TikTok land because I know it just came back to everybody. Akash, is that are we still maybe not putting any energy into TikTok because we don't know if it's gonna be around in the next 90 days? It looks like
with a review. So yeah, so we're gonna put effort in there and see what takes us with that.
cool, cool. Yeah. So yeah, same thing on our socials. Hit us up, comment, follow us for our all our happenings. And yeah, so until next time, guys, we'll next time we'll talk about the Oscars. We'll get that rolling.
Yep.
Yep.
You
All
guys
right,
have a
guys.
wonderful week, and we'll see you next time.
Yep.
Yep. See
Take
you next
care.
time. Bye.